Want to know the difference between dreaming and doing? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a warrior. Tech goes by many names. Business, fine art, forensic science. Some think it's just technical. But really, tech means everything. Scholarships, internships, championships. It's professors who make time for you one-on-one. It's putting everything on the line. It can be fierce. It can be fascinating. It can be awesome. Most important, it's believing in yourself and what you have to offer the world. Because at Indiana Tech, warriors are prepared to lead a significant life.
You're busy. You expect to say no sometimes. But what you didn't expect was a chance to say yes to a college degree while keeping your life. Indiana Tech is now offering Chicago area students undergraduate and graduate degree opportunities taught online by experienced faculty who care. Learn more at one of the new Indiana Tech enrollment centers in Naperville or Wilmette.
I can turn this in early? Sure, whenever you're ready.
Embrace the unexpected at Indiana Tech.
Well, first of all, I'd like to say that there aren't very many energy programs out there. When I researched all of the various programs recently, there are really only 2 or 3 accredited engineering programs.
I'm from Las Vegas, Nevada originally. I came out here to Indiana Tech to actually go for the energy engineering program because of its uniqueness and its ability to get hands-on with the materials that I'm going to be using in the future.
Well, a few of the things I think that sets Indiana Tech apart is, number one, you have very small classes. You have very close relationships with your professors. When you have a class of 10 people, it's much easier to get to know the professor and get in contact with him than if you have a class of 30, 40, or 50. You're going to have the same professors for the majority of your classes. You're going to have the same classmates for the majority of your classes.
The more practical applications come in all the subsequent energy engineering classes. He transfers in a class that right after they're leaving the classroom, and the board is filled with calculus. So in order to understand a lot of these topics, they're going to need to understand the calculus there. Calculus is the study of the rate of change, how fast things change. And depending upon whether it's energy engineering, industrial engineering, or whatever, they're going to need to use that and apply that.
Professor Romary, he stands out to me the most right now because when I first got here, I had to take calculus, Calc 1, Calc 2. And he's one of the professors that teaches it. And he just really was a very kind and helpful guy, and he did whatever he could to help us out. He was very funny, always had a way of creatively teaching calculus to us that not a whole lot of people can do. And I think that and how he did it is going to be something that's going to stick for me for a very long time.
The field work that Indiana Tech can provide here is, for example, we have a 10 kilowatt windmill that the students can work with. We have a geothermal system for a couple of the buildings for Utang-Sioux and for Zollner that uses geothermal principles to heat and cool the buildings in the summer and the winter.
The PV array system, training system that we have down here in the basement allows us to wire up the panels we have down in the basement to set it up as a off-the-grid system or a battery bank system, which helps us because we can see every component of the system actually intertwining and how they work together, which is something that may not be easily visible when you're on the job site in a career. So definitely my internship at Super Value Incorporated was a very, very beneficial program for me to be in. It was more based on the process and logistical side of engineering of my degree, not necessarily the design aspect. It helped me really learn how the most efficient way to do a task and some of the boundaries that come with trying to make things more efficient.
One of the things that we've been very fortunate here at Indiana Tech is that we've had a grant through AEP to help subsidize our students in taking some of the various trips in spring break. Over the last 4 years, I have taken, along with a couple of other chaperones, I've taken almost a couple of dozen students to a trip to Germany and Switzerland that focused on renewable energy. We've gone to Iceland last year, focusing on geothermal energy, and we just recently returned from a trip to Costa Rica.
Just last year, I went to Iceland with a couple of our peers, not even just energy engineers, but a couple of other engineering majors went along with us. And for me, that was the highlight of my college time. I mean, we learned a lot about like geothermal systems and how they converted to a country of basically like ran just by geothermal. But it wasn't just learning about that, it was also learning about their culture as well, you know, and the past and the history and where they plan to go in their future. And all those things combined, I think, really kind of defines my experience here in Indiana Tech.
You can be the smartest engineer in the world, but if you cannot talk to or work with other engineers and non-engineers, it's very hard to get anything done. I try to teach my students that while you may not like writing, it's going to be a part of the job. You have to communicate. If you're doing experiments or testing hardware in the lab, you need to write it up so that other people know what you did, and the customer may want to know what are the results of that test.
Something I would remember most about the faculty would be just the one-on-one aspect of it and how open they are to hearing your problems and concerns and willing to assist you. Indiana Tech, with the class sizes being so small, you really get that one-on-one talking, everyday type relationship with your advisors and your professors. And having that is key to success, I feel, because being able to communicate with them and actually get your problems and questions across is going to help clarify things for you while you're in classes in school, which is going to set you up for success.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our camera. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
Want to know what it means to be a warrior? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and walk a mile in a warrior's shoes. You want to know what's possible at Indiana Tech? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a warrior.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Warrior Athletic Field, where we'll be featuring your Indiana Tech women's lacrosse team versus the Missouri Baptist Spartans. Traveling all the way from Missouri for a top 10 ranked matchup. This is the second one the Warriors will be participating in their first couple games, their second game of the season. We will be back in a couple short minutes to bring to you the starting lineups and the opening of the game, along with the Star Spangled Banner and all of the other opening activities. You're listening to Indiana Tech Athletics with Summit City Sports. I'm Aaron Farley, with Oscar on camera. We'll be back shortly.
I think it's really important for freshmen to realize you get out of college what you put into it. If you dedicate yourself to your classes and to your projects and to what you're doing in college, you're going to have a really great experience here.
I wish someone would have told me my freshman year that it's important to prioritize, knowing what's important, what's not important, knowing what I need to do opposed to what I want to do.
The two things that I think all freshmen should know is buy a parking permit so you don't rack up a bunch of fines and tickets, and also make sure you go to class, because it seems like a good idea when you're skipping, but then it's not worth it in the end when you fail the test or don't turn in homework.
As an international student, my advice for the freshmen is to not be afraid to make friends, because your friends here will end up being your family away from home.
Anything that you want to do, anything that you want to put on, anything that you want to showcase on campus, you can. There's always people around to help you do what you want to do here.
Make sure that you always take time for yourself to make sure that you're okay, because college can be very overwhelming as far as like schoolwork and friends and sports and just like everyday life. Always just make sure that you get what you need to get done.
It's important to have a relationship with your professors, because you become more personable with them. You start to engage in the material more. They can give you recommendations, especially once you get out of college. You definitely want to put them down as like references, and if you have a better personal relationship, it just makes the whole learning experience go smoothly.
And here we are back at Indiana Tech Warrior Athletic Field, where in about 15 seconds they're going to be bringing on the starting lineups for today. We're going to leave it up to them to bring that out, as we're going to take a quick second, let them talk for a bit, and we will get this started. As the buzzer sounds, we're going to turn it over to Indiana Tech Athletics.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Indiana Tech for today's women's lacrosse contest between the visiting Missouri Baptist Spartans and your Indiana Tech Warriors. The Indiana Tech Wolverines Athletic Conference and the NAI are committed to maintaining the true spirit of competition through the 5 core values of the NAI: respect, responsibility, integrity, sportsmanship, and servant leadership. Please do your part by showing respect to every spectator, to the athlete, coach, and official in today's contest. Now we ask that you please rise and turn on moving caps for the playing of the national anthem. Now to meet today's starting lineup. Comes from the visiting Spartans. Number 1, Izzy Oakley. Number 4, Annette Robertson. Number 6, Selena Royal. Number 7, Delaney Pepney. Number 10, Emily Goldworth. Number 11, Skylar Morrissey. Number 13, Haley Shepnesky. Number 23, Alexis Taylor. Number 28, Martha Oldham. Number 30, Sophia Rose. Number 31, Madison Terrell. Hitting goal, number 26, Rachel Livet. Missouri Baptist is coached by Max Rule and assisted by Sophia Zugar and McKaylee Effa. And now the starting lineup for your Indiana Tech Warriors. Sophomore from Fort Wayne, Indiana, number 1, Addie Creek. Senior from Rockwall, Texas, number 2, Lexi Galini. A freshman from St. Paul, Minnesota, number 3, Sophie Demarius. A junior from Westlake, Ohio, number 5, Kylie King. A junior from Auckland, New Zealand, number 6, Michelle Farrell. A junior from Wentzville, Missouri, number 8, Emma Kinder. A freshman from Munster, Indiana, number 10, Liliana Rivera. A sophomore from Evansville, Indiana, number 11, Cynthia McCray. A senior from Bloomfield Hills, Michigan, number 18, Gabby Hitchcock. A senior from Brownsburg, Indiana, number 21, Zeta Pope. A senior from Munster, Indiana, number 25, Brooke Mall. And in goal for your Warriors, a grassroots from Lewiston, Vermont, number 4, Kat Huff. There you go, coached by Alexis Giovanni and assisted by Amanda Blow, Michaela Burden, Hall Reinhardt, and Katie Kalum.
All right, and that's it for the starting lineups. It is almost time to play ball here. As we're going to get going here, we're going to give you some brief insight into what both these teams have been up to recently. The Warriors starting off 0-1 so far on the season. As we said earlier, they did come off a top 10 ranked matchup falling to number 2 Cumberland's in a final score of 19-8 in favor of Cumberland's. In that game, they were outshot by Cumberland's 40-15. Turnovers were pretty even, but Cumberland's was able to force their will and cause more turnovers by a margin of 16-6. The Warriors today are going to be looking to try to limit turnovers and to try and take more shots on the goal, trying to be a little bit more aggressive on offense. Now, their opponent, Missouri Baptist, also coming off a loss, but overall, having played a little bit more of their season, are a bit farther into it. They currently stand at 3-1 and are 1 seed higher on the national ranking than the Warriors. Warriors versus Spartans, 8 seed versus 7 seed. This is a top 10 ranked matchup worth watching as we are about to get underway at the tip-off. Facing off in the center is a junior from the Spartans, Delaney Pechnick, who was their athlete of the month and leading goal scorer so far this season. On the Warriors' end, it's going to be Michelle Farrell, a junior from Auckland, New Zealand. The official is coming to the center, and we are about to get underway. Well, it's going to be a major part of the game today for the Warriors to try and limit the offense ability of Pechnick, currently standing at 19 goals and 7 assists already on the season, having contributed to 26 of the Missouri Baptist Spartans' points. Now, they have had more of their season so far, playing 4 games already compared to the Warriors' 1. So the stats are a bit heavier for this team so far, with a little bit more meat on the table so far in the season. The Warriors looking to make some of their own today. The ball is in the center. And the whistle blows. The tip-off comes. It looks like the Warriors will control it, and they do. Farrell is able to win it, pass it over to Brooke. That's Brooke Mall, the senior from Munster, and she charges down the field, loses the ball, is able to pick it back up. She's going to pass it back to Farrell. Farrell looking to drive. Trying to swing around. She takes a shot, and it's an early score. The Warriors, not even 20 seconds into the game, put a point on the board. And you talk about offense, they're making themselves known out here with that. Gonna take a quick second to fix the clock here. They stopped it at about the 14:36 mark, but that is a quick score for the Warriors. And they're going to be back in the center. So that'll add a point on the board for the junior Michelle Farrell, winning the tip-off and getting the score over Missouri Baptist Player of the Month. Waiting for the tip-off, and it has begun. This time Missouri Baptist controlling, leading scorer driving down the field. Petchnick's looking for a pass, and a foul is called. It's going to be on the Warriors. Missouri Baptist will keep it. And they're back in. Missouri Baptist taking advantage of the foul. They have an advantage here as the pass goes back to Petchnick. She looks for an outside pass, finds one. Still trying to find the only one travel. They find someone in stride, and they're able to convert. A celebration for Missouri Baptist as they even up the score. It's 1-1 now here at Indiana Tech Athletic Field. As they're going to return for a new face-off. That goal was scored by Marissa Oldham in the number 28 jersey, the junior. And now Petchnick wins the next face-off as well. Missouri Baptist to drive down. We'll see if they can get another stride off there. Try and take another shot. The Warriors going to be looking to defend. So far, no action transition. Had a drop there. Tries to take a stab at it. But Sincere McCrae could not quite get a stick on it. Now going the other way. They were able to get the stop there from goalie Kimber Weiss. And it looks like we have an injured Warrior down on the field. That's Sophie Gomelis, the freshman from St. Paul, Minnesota. And the training staff is on the field. We're going to take a quick break. And we'll be back in a brief moment.
From the first day, I felt very welcome at Indiana Tech.
I just really enjoy the classes and the vibe I get from all the other athletes and just the students here. Everybody's cool and everybody gets along really well.
I'm currently a senior, and since my freshman year, student life activities have really grown throughout campus, and there's so many ways that you can meet new people. You can go bowling, you can watch movies, and it's just really important to get involved on campus.
You have intramurals, anything from billiards to basketball. It's made student life very enjoyable.
I love Fort Wayne because there's always something going on, like festivals. I walk a bunch of the trails here locally. There's great restaurants. There's always something fun to do. You can never be bored here in Fort Wayne.
The school spirit at Indiana Tech is epic. It's everything. We had our first annual hockey game not too long ago. Everybody showed up, face paint, cowbells, Trojan hats, lawn gnomes. It was amazing. It makes it so worthwhile to be a Warrior. Go Warriors.
All right, Sophie was able to get up off the field with some help from the training staff. We are back here with action underway. The Warriors charging down the field, but it is ended shortly. That will go down as a first turnover game, an errant pass out of bounds. As now the Spartans are driving it the other direction. An errant pass, the Warriors trying to charge after it, can't quite get there. Spartans are able to pick it up. Pass to the side, looking for a lane. And she'll dump it off to her teammate. They get a charge at the goal and a score from their leading goal scorer, Pechnik. And that'll be the second goal of the afternoon for the Spartans, who take the lead. All right, thanks. I think you got it. All right. All right, sorry about that. Some quick issues, but we are back. Missouri Baptist once again driving. Some brief difficulty there. They were able to recover from a turnover, but we have another Warrior down on the field. Clock is stopped at 11:09. It looks like she is getting up. That's Gabby Hitchcock, the senior. It looks like she's trying to stay on the field. The referee's going to blow the whistle, and they're going to keep the game going. Didn't look okay there for a second, but it looks like she's going to try and hang in. Missouri Baptist passing around. They're going to give it back to Delaney Pechnik. Pass around. They're once again looking for an opening. They try and find one. It goes wide. The Warriors are scrambling to pick it up, and they do. It's actually goaltender Kat Hoff in goal right now for the women's lacrosse team. And a turnover there for the Warriors. Now, that was something that really plagued them in their first game. and something that they're trying to limit, and unfortunately, another turnover there. It wasn't their first, but they get one to go the other way, and now a long pass. They have numbers, one lady to beat. She's looking for a pass to Brooke. She gets it inside, and it goes off the top of the crossbar. That one gave the old down and up bounce and went right back out. As we have 9:45 to play in the first quarter here. It's going to be going other way in the favor of the Spartans. Some divine intervention, grace of luck there for the Spartans on that goal. As the Warriors are going to wish they had that one back. That could have tied up the game. Now it's going the other way. Warriors on defense. Trying to see if they can make the Spartans stumble again here. Trying to cover the defender. She finds an opening. It's slashed away, and the Warriors maintain possession. They're trying to get out of it. Ball's on the ground. Michelle Farrell is going to be able to pick it up. Passes it over to her teammate, Liliana Rivera. It's blown dead, and a yellow card is administered. That's going to take a player off the field, and it looks like it's going to be Missouri Baptist. Was on Anessa Robertson, who's going to be coming off the field. The Warriors are going to have an advantage here. As Liliana Rivera going to be taking the opening pass from here. That's a 2-minute penalty on Anessa Robertson. She'll be out of the game. And Rivera's able to blow past 3 defenders. Trying to get down the field, gets around, using her momentum, trying to find a pass. She fumbles the ball, and it is picked up by Missouri Baptist. And it looks like that's going to be another foul. She's going to get a one-on-one shot here. Rivera trying to make something happen. She's not quite able to get it to go, but Michelle Farrell's able to pick it back up, so the Warriors are going to be able to continue their offensive push here. As Farrell makes an inside pass, the dump off does not get in. It's blocked by the stick of the goalie, and she falls on it. Play blown dead, and this one will be picked up by the Spartans. So that'll end that push for the Warriors. Now it will go the other way. Driven down the field currently in the hands of McMillan. McMillan, an errant pass. That one's going to fly out of bounds, and that'll be a turnover. The Warriors will get to take that one back. And that one's blown dead in favor of Missouri Baptist, so they're going to get to inbound this one. Looked like it was an offensive turnover from the Warriors. And now the Spartans going to get a chance to shoot here. Currently 6:35 on the clock. Score currently stands at 2-1 in favor of the Spartans. No real major changes, but a couple of offensive pushes for the Warriors that just have not gone their way. A good shot there from Missouri Baptist, but that's going to fly out of bounds. They will maintain possession as they're going to try to work around. Not quite able to go. It goes right in the stick of the goalie. So a good save there from Kat Hoff. Now the Warriors with open space. Ball's on the floor. Pope picks it up. She's trying to drive down the side. And now Missouri Baptist able to pick it back up, going the other way. Whistle is blown. We're going to stop the clock with 5:37. Still in possession for Missouri Baptist. Petchnik currently holding on to the ball. She's going to fling it back to their goalkeeper, who aside from the opening seconds goal has played pretty well so far. It does look like it was a turnover by Jada Pope that enabled this drive for the Spartans. So far, multiple turnovers from the Warriors side. That's not what you want to see coming off the previous game. Now Missouri Baptist once again with a drive down the field. They've got an opportunity. It's blocked by a stick and it goes in. And they take a 2-point lead. Struggling on the shot there for a second, but she's able to get it to go through. That'll increase the lead to 3-1. And it looks like after that goal, a quick timeout's going to be called. That was another goal from Delaney Petchnik. Adding to her roster, Indiana Tech is going to take a timeout, and we're going to take one as well. Score currently stands at 3-1 in favor of the 7-seed Missouri Baptist. We'll be back in about a minute after the timeout. You're listening to Indiana Tech Athletics.
From the first day, I felt very welcome at Indiana Tech.
I just really enjoy the classes and the vibe I get from all the other athletes and just the students here. Everybody's cool and everybody gets along really well.
I'm currently a senior, and since my freshman year, student life activities have really grown throughout campus, and there's so many ways that you can meet new people. You can go bowling, you can watch movies, and it's just really important to get involved on campus.
You have intramurals, anything from billiards to basketball. It's made student life very enjoyable.
I love Fort Wayne because there's always something going on, like festivals. I walk a bunch of the trails here locally. There's great restaurants. There's always something fun to do. You can never be bored here in Fort Wayne.
The school spirit at Indiana Tech is epic. It's everything. We had our first annual hockey game not too long ago. Everybody showed up, face paint, cowbells, Trojan hats, lawn gnomes. It was amazing. It makes it so worthwhile to be a Warrior. Go Warriors.
And we're back with the ladies on the field as the Spartans maintain their 3-1 lead coming out of the timeout. That last score coming from their leading season scorer, Petchnik, in the number 7 jersey. As we're going to get back underway here. Face off back in the center after that timeout. Warriors are going to be looking to try and get it here, and they do. Rivera's able, sorry, that's not Rivera. That is Michelle Farrell. Farrell's able to win it. Now Rivera driving it down the field using that speed. She showed it off earlier, and Rivera trying to take a shot. Doesn't quite get the angle to do it. Pass it back to Farrell. And now Farrell driving towards the net. She's going to come back out, look for a pass. Couldn't quite get the angle she wanted, and it's blown dead by the official. Warriors keep it. Rivera's going to have a drive here. This is the second one so far for the Warriors. And And she tries to drive towards the net. She tries to put it in there, but just doesn't get the right angle, and Missouri Baptist is able to pick it up. The Warriors getting numerous offensive opportunities here, but just not able to capitalize. With 3:40 left on the clock in the first quarter. The Warriors are trying to defend the pass. They are able to get it off, but it's bobbled. It's bobbled, and the Warriors are going to be able to pick it up. That's a turnover for Missouri Baptist going the other way. Rivera coming down the field with an advantage. They're going to have to set up the offense to go. Not quite able to get the transition fast enough. And then an errant pass out of the Warriors, and that she's not quite able to save it in time, and that's going to go back the other way. A huge break for the Warriors almost. A lot of almost so far for the Warriors. They almost had a goal, almost had a break there. No luck there. And now it's going back the other way. As Pechnik leads the charge for the Spartans. Flinging it over to her teammate Alexis Taylor. It's gone back the other way. Went from McMillan. Now in the possession of Oldham. Now they're looking for a drive to the net from Taylor. Taylor's still with it. Tries to fling it towards the net. Goes too far. They're able to pick it back up. They get another one, and that one's put in. Missouri Baptist takes a 3-point lead. And they're able to score yet another goal. This one by Skylar Morrissey and assisted by Madison Terrell. Now we're back out the face-off. 1:56 left to play in this quarter. And so far, the Warriors have had no answer for the Spartans. Just not able to get things to go their way on the offensive side. They do win the face-off, though. Farrell driving down the field. Able to beat the defense so far. Pass over to the side. There have been a lot of droppings and mishandlings, but you can easily explain that with how windy it is today, and what a nice day it is. Only a couple days ago, it was 30 degrees out here. Now we're currently sitting at about 65, but very windy and cloudy. Very overcast. It's been raining the past couple days. .110 about left in the quarter. So Rivera tries to take a drive, and she scores! Rivera gets the answer. Tech makes it a 2-point game. A much-needed life breath for the Warriors, and they are able to get it. Rivera with the answer. And that brings them within 2, and what a time to do it as well, as the first quarter is about to expire. Liliana Rivera continuing her streak of good offensive performances. Had 3 goals, the leading scorer for the Warriors in their previous game in that loss to Cumberlands. Puts one on the board today as the Warriors are trying to get back in this game. That was their first goal since the tip-off at the start of the game, and they win another tip-off. Rivera drives down the field, passes back to Farrell. Warriors, they had Pope in transition. She's trying to fling it back, goes off the crossbar. They're able to get it back up. Fight by the sticks there, gets through defenders. Some good moves there by Kylie King, able to get through 2 defenders covering her. And then a yellow card. And that's another one on Anessa Robertson, the junior defender from Grand Haven, Michigan of Missouri Baptist. So with 34.6, a yellow card thrown out. And that's a 2-minute penalty, so the Warriors going to have a little bit of extra grace even in the start of the second quarter. Quick fling pass. They have the man advantage right now, or woman advantage. Pass inside, and it's within 1. Goal scored by Addie Creech, the sophomore defender. The hometown hero from the Summit City. Able to put one in the back of the net to make it a 1-score game. And so far, the Warriors with 2 unanswered goals. On back-to-back 1 tip-offs as well. And that breath of life has extended as they are working themselves back into this. Tip-off in the center. 26 seconds left to go. It's won by Missouri Baptist. Trying to get something going in the last 20 seconds of the quarter. They still have a woman down. Not to use the hockey term, but a power play, if you will, for the Warriors, despite being in possession of Missouri Baptist. He tries to drive, fumbles it, and that'll end the quarter. It's going to end on a turnover for Missouri Baptist, so a huge momentum shift here at the end of the first quarter. Spartans had everything going their way. The grace of the universe on some of those defensive stops, and then all of a sudden, a huge momentum shift as the Warriors come within 1. As we go into the second, we'll be back in a minute for the start of the second quarter. You're listening to Indiana Tech Athletics.
Want to know what it means to be a Warrior? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and walk a mile in a Warrior's shoes.
Good luck, Tammy.
See you, David.
Things happen. How do you make the unexpected happen? Take the next step with an online degree from Indiana Tech. Start with a visit to one of our 2 new Chicago area enrollment centers in Naperville or Wilmette. You'll discover a wide range of affordable undergraduate and graduate degrees with flexible class schedules designed to fit your lifestyle and help you earn a degree sooner than you'd expect. Embrace the unexpected at Indiana Tech.
You want to know what's possible at Indiana Tech? Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a Warrior.
You mean game and shot? And we're back here for the start of the second quarter as we are underway. The clock has ticked. Warriors win the face-off. Another 1-1. And for those of you who weren't with us in the first quarter, I'll let you know. The Warriors scored on the opening face-off, able to get a quick goal in the net within about the first 30 seconds of the quarter. But then after that, it was all Missouri Baptist. They got the answering goal and three more to follow. But as soon as that ended, with about 2 minutes left to go in the first quarter, the Warriors rallied and were able to bring it all the way to a one-score game. Now, with a drive and a put in the net, it's tied. Farrell ties it. And oh, how quickly things change. Just when Missouri Baptist looked like they were in control of the game, all of a sudden the Warriors with all of the momentum. 3 unanswered goals to tie it up. A top 10 ranked matchup in the NAIA playing out in front of our eyes, and it's certainly feeling like one. As we're all tied here with only about a minute into the second quarter. And the Warriors win the faceoff again. Loose ball, though, trying to get it. And Missouri Baptist ends up with it. And that one is going to be a foul on the Warriors. As the ball carrier for Missouri Baptist knocked clean over through her stride. That was Alexis Taylor. Ball will stay with her as Missouri Baptist will maneuver around. Currently in the stick of Haley Schnefke. I hope I did not say that incorrectly. Now driving down the field, Missouri Baptist, they cross the line. Marissi passes outside to Terrell. Terrell back to Rose. Now a whistle blown. So some quick substitutions. It looks like the possession is going to be in favor of the Warriors. Oh, this was a team foul on the Warriors, actually. So this will be a possession for Missouri Baptist. As they are started from about the box. The white line box. Some movement around for the officials. It looks like they're going to take a second to discuss this. Looks like they're all on the same page now, running back to their positions. Looks like there will be a green card on Missouri Baptist. It is actually the Warriors' ball. So the ball and an advantage. Almost turned it over there, but they're able to pick it back up. Creech going the other way. Stick in the middle. Pope wants it. Errant pass. King tries to pick it up fast enough. Whistle is blown, though. The Warriors do keep it. Jada Pope going to take a shot at the center. They blow the whistle, and she gets the goal. That's number 21, Jada Pope, the senior, and the Warriors take back the lead. And what a tide change this has been. For the majority of the first quarter, the Warriors were stumbling, dealing with the same issues as the previous game with turnovers. And now, offense is firing on all cylinders. 4 unanswered goals as the ladies come back to the center of the field for the face-off. 12:11 left on the clock. Still most of the second quarter left to go. Missouri Baptist is able to pick this one up, going the other way, in the hands of their player of the week. Now passed over to the side, around the back of the net, working their way around, trying to find the angle that they want to drive from. Low pass. They tried to catch Oldham in stride, but just not enough. Now Penchik trying to make a drive at the net. Sorry, Pechnik, let me correct myself. Makes a drive and gets the answering score. Missouri Baptist stops the drought and are able to tie it back up at 5 apiece. Their leading scorer, number 7, Delaney Pechnik, playing in full form so far today. Adding another goal to her tally. Currently, the goal standings as they get ready for the face-off. Pechnik already has 3 on the afternoon. Morrissey and Oldham also with 1 apiece. Meanwhile, on the Tech side, Farrell's leading the scoring with 2. Creech, Rivera, and Pope all with 1 apiece. As we remain tied at 5, it's a drive for the Warriors. Rivera almost gets a shot at the net, has to backtrack, and now is going to be looking for a pass. Warriors have to change their angle on this one. Creech with the ball now. Passes it back low. It's a low pass, and it is errant. Missouri Baptist will pick it up. And a Spartan is down. It looked like she took a fall there. May have hit her head. That's Haley Schnefke. Officials come on the field. She is standing up, though, and seems to be okay. She puts her face gear back on. Anna's back in the game. Ann has the ball driving down the length of the field, and she turns it over. But it's a call against the Warriors. It looked like they got a break there, but that'll actually take Brooke Mall, the senior from Munster, off the field. Now Missouri Baptist driving. Some trouble with the pass. And it's picked up by Tech. They're able to get it going the other way. And they were fumbling with that ball from the start of the whistle. Now Rivera fumbles it. It's a scramble. Missouri Baptist has it. And they are going down the field now. It's picked up by Skylar Morrissey. Able to get control of it in the kerfuffle. Forgive me for using the old language. I promise I am not that old. Just a fun word to say sometimes. Missouri Baptist now with control. A chance to take the lead back. So the Warriors finally fully established their defensive coverage. They were waiting for Michelle Farrell to get back down there. Couldn't get a pass off to Ward. Trying to find someone to drive at the net. They're not going to be able to save it in time, and that'll be Warrior ball. So an offensive opportunity for Missouri Baptist, and they could not get it to go. It's going to go the other way. Almost loses that one. But the Warriors are able to scoop it up. It was Lauren Hainlin. The junior. And she'll be holding on to this. 8:35 now left in the second quarter as the ball is back in play. Pope with it right now. Passes to the center. Flings the shot. It's wide. They're going to get another shot at it as Mall is back on the field. So Brooke Mall, she loses the ball but is able to pick it back up. No one really stopping her from doing so there. Warriors with control. Looking for a pass. Trying to get an angle at the net. Another fumble. Picks it back up. And Mall had a shot but missed it. That one's going to go the other way. So at about 7:50, Missouri Baptist going to get possession back. The Warriors with an opportunity to take the lead back as well. And so far with the game tied, both offensive stalling. It's Pope trying to play aggressive coverage on Missouri Baptist. Now they're going the other way, sprinting down the field. A little bit of fumbling with the ball. And that is going to make it go the other way. Couldn't quite hold on to it during the sprint downfield, and the Warriors gained control. Passed out by Lexi Galini. Now the Warriors driving downfield. It's Jessica Lay with it right now. Who's very noticeable wearing the bright white helmet. And a foul at the net. It's going to go the other way. Missouri Baptist driving down. They have numbers right now, so they're trying to out-sprint the Warriors. They're getting back into coverage. The defender is beat. But she didn't have an open look there. Had to go wide of the net. And the offense will set up. Petchnik trying to coordinate. The leading goal scorer of the game so far with 3. Now she's going to run up. Looks like she's going to try and take a shot at it. Hesitates, looks back. Might be trying to dump this one off. She does. Now they're going to work around the goal. We've got an inside look. Back in the net, in the stick of Petchnik. Loses the ball. Is able to get control back. Pass around. Win back to Ward. Ward trying to drive to the net, and it's whistled dead. That's going the other way. It will be Warrior ball. And bursting through is Galini, trying to take advantage of the numbers before the defense can set back up. They're going to have a chance to. It is loosened from Rivera's stick. She picks it back up, now in the stick of Farrell. Passed around to Pope. Then back to Lay. Lay tried to make a move. She wants the shot, and she gets it. Lay with the answering goal, and that'll put the Warriors back in the lead, 6-5. Jessica Lay, the number 13, the freshman from New Zealand. Easily noticed by the bright white helmet. Was able to drive in and make a great overhead shot against Missouri Baptist goalkeeper. Looks like it is Octavia Bookman in goal for the Spartans. So a 6-5 lead for the Warriors. And they're going to get it. The face-off as well. Goes back the other way. And that's going to be a penalty against Missouri Baptist. You can see how they kind of shoved Lay there. She might be able to get another one here. She's going to have the ball. At the line, drives down. It is saved by Bookman. Tried to take a low shot and couldn't quite get it in there. And now it will go the other way for Missouri Baptist. Now Missouri Baptist holding on to the ball right now. Waiting for things to kind of set up. As they're going to work around the back end of the goal. Go over to Ward. Trying to set a screen. That looked like a basketball screen. Now Ward making a drive at the net, and there is a volley of sticks in the way. So Hoff with that one in stick, flings it down the field and finds Lay. Lay with some pushback, and she fumbles it. Missouri Baptist trying to pick it up. Can't quite get the stick on it. There's still a fight for it. No one's gotten it yet. Missouri Baptist finally is able to break the silence and pick up the ball. Quite a clash of sticks there at center field. But eventually, Emma Red from Lake St. Louis, Missouri, able to get control of that one. So Missouri Baptist around the back of the net. Not nearly as much action so far in this quarter as there was in the first. Score only stands at 6-5. The Warriors have evened up their scoring from the previous quarter, scoring 3 apiece in each quarter. Spartans have only scored 1. 1:45 still left, so it's not over yet. As they got a shot at the net there. It's a scramble for the pickup, and the Warriors get it. It's a save by Hoff. With 1:30 to go, the Warriors are going to take that the other way. An errant pass. Oh, and she was knocked over. That will be a foul on the Spartans. Creech was knocked over. Now Farrell with it, trying to give a little fling pass over to Lay. Does. Lay with it now, trying to coordinate the offense. A whistle blown. And Lay's going to take this out from by the net. She had one there. Can she get another one? It is saved by Bookman. The freshman goalkeeper of the Spartans. 40 seconds left in the quarter. Tech is able to pick it back up. They're trying to direct traffic the other way, but she's got three Spartans on her. The Warriors do keep it. The bench celebrating a little bit. .35 seconds left in the second quarter. It looks like the Warriors are going to get one more shot at a drive here. You can turn the shot clock off now because there's a lot less on the actual clock than the shot clock. Pope with it. Pope flings it in the back of the net. That's a 2-point lead for the Warriors. Number 21, the senior Jada Pope, able to give the Warriors their largest lead of the game. Did they take the goal back? It looks like the referee is going to be having a chat with the scoring booth. No goal has been posted on the board. 20.7 left in the quarter. They have not changed the shot clock. Oh, they did change the shot clock, so it's back at 90. And yes, it is in fact no goal. We'll see what the call was there. They actually gave Jada Pope a yellow card, so she is out of the game. The Warriors get it back. They have advantage. They're going to get a shot at the net. Oh, and it's Aaron. She's tripped up. The fans are outraged. Calling that a dirty blow. It looked like she was pushed, and she is on the ground. So at the current moment, with not even a second left to go, we have an injured Warrior on the field. Only a yard away from the goal. And the training staff is going to come on. And so far, a dramatic end to the first half, as we're going to take a quick break while they sort out the injury there. We'll be right back in a minute.
From the first day, I felt very welcome at Indiana Tech.
I just really enjoy the classes and the vibe I get from all the other athletes and just the students here. Everybody's cool and everybody gets along really well.
I'm currently a senior, and since my freshman year, student life activities have really grown throughout campus, and there's so many ways that you can meet new people. You can go bowling, you can watch movies, and it's just really important to get involved on campus.
We have intramurals, anything from billiards to basketball. It's made student life very enjoyable.
I love Fort Wayne because there's always something going on, like festivals. I walk a bunch of the trails here locally. There's great restaurants. There's always something fun to do. You can never be bored here in Fort Wayne.
The school spirit at Indiana Tech is epic. It's everything. We had our first annual hockey game not too long ago. Everybody showed up, face paint, cowbells, Trojan hats, lawn gnomes. It was amazing. It makes it so worthwhile to be a Warrior. Go Warriors.
And we're back. And so far, the Warriors still down on the field. Not clear who it was so far. Training staff still looking at her. And it looks like she's getting up. She is moving. We'll see if they keep her on or if they're going to walk on off the field. But she is standing and talking at the moment. She will walk off. Seemingly unassisted as well. So good news after all that. Does look like she'll be okay. The Warriors are going to get one last drive at the net. As Lauren Hamlin has it at the line. 0.5 seconds, and she scores it! The buzzer beater, Lauren Hamlin, number 23, the junior. As the old saying goes, ball never lies. And Hamlin reaffirms the saying with a buzzer beater shot on goal to take us into halftime. And that is the end of the half for us as we're going to be going to halftime here. And what a turnaround from a seemingly decrepit offense in the first half. More so just couldn't get things to go their way. And then turn around in the last 2 minutes of the first quarter. And the Warriors are now firing on all cylinders. Score is 7-5. But only one of those Spartan goals came in the second quarter, compared to 4 for the Warriors, including that last second buzzer beater from Lauren Hamlin. We're going to be going in the halftime. This is Aaron Farley and Oscar with Indiana Tech Athletics. Stay tuned for the second half.
Want to know the difference between dreaming and doing? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a Warrior. Tech goes by many names. Business, fine art, forensic science. Some think it's just technical. But really, tech means everything. Scholarships, internships, championships. It's professors who make time for you one-on-one. It's putting everything on the line. It can be fierce. It can be fascinating. It can be awesome. Most important, it's believing in yourself and what you have to offer the world. Because at Indiana Tech, Warriors are prepared to lead a significant life.
You're busy. You expect to say no sometimes. But what you didn't expect was a chance to say yes to a college degree while keeping your life. Indiana Tech is now offering Chicago area students undergraduate and graduate degree opportunities taught online by experienced faculty who care. Learn more at one of the new Indiana Tech enrollment centers in Naperville or Wilmette.
I can turn this in early? Sure, whenever you're ready.
Embrace the unexpected at Indiana Tech.
Well, first of all, I'd like to say that there aren't very many energy programs out there. When I researched all of the various programs recently, there are really only 2 or 3 accredited engineering programs.
I'm from Las Vegas, Nevada originally. I came out here to Indiana Tech to actually go for the energy engineering program because of its uniqueness and its ability to get hands-on with the materials I'm going to be using in the future.
Well, a few of the things I think that sets Indiana Tech apart is, number one, you have very small classes. You have very close relationships with your professors. When you have a class of 10 people, it's much easier to get to know the professor and get in contact with him than if you have a class of 30, 40, or 50. You're going to have the same professors for the majority of your classes. You're going to have the same classmates for the majority of your classes.
The more practical applications come in all the subsequent energy engineering classes. He transfers in a class that right after they're leaving the classroom, and the board is filled with calculus. So in order to understand a lot of these topics, they're going to need to understand the calculus there. Calculus is the study of the rate of change, how fast things change. And depending upon whether it's energy engineering, industrial engineering, or whatever, they're going to need to use that and apply that.
Professor Romary, he stands out to me the most right now because when I first got here, I had to take calculus, Calc 1, Calc 2. And he's one of the professors that teaches it. And he just really was a very kind and helpful guy, and he did whatever he could to help us out. He was very funny, always had a way of creatively teaching calculus to us that not a whole lot of people can do. And I think that and how he did it is going to be something that's going to stick for me for a very long time.
The field work that Indiana Tech can provide here is, for example, we have a 10 kilowatt windmill that the students can work with. We have a geothermal system for a couple of the buildings for Utang-Sioux and for Zollner that uses geothermal principles to heat and cool the buildings in the summer and the winter.
The PV array system, training system that we have down here in the basement allows us to wire up the panels we have down in the basement to set it up as a off-the-grid system or a battery bank system, which helps us because we can see every component of the system actually intertwining and how they work together, which is something that may not be easily visible when you're on the job site in a career. So definitely my internship at Super Value Incorporated was a very, very beneficial program for me to be in. It was more based on the process and logistical side of engineering of my degree, not necessarily the design aspect. It helped me really learn how the most efficient way to do a task and some of the boundaries that come with trying to make things more efficient.
One of the things that we've been very fortunate here at Indiana Tech is that we've had a grant through AEP to help subsidize our students in taking some of the various trips in spring break. Over the last 4 years, I have taken, along with a couple of other chaperones, I've taken almost a couple of dozen students to a trip to Germany and Switzerland that focused on renewable energy. We've gone to Iceland last year, focusing on geothermal energy, and we just recently returned from a trip to Costa Rica.
Just last year, I went to Iceland with a couple of our peers, not even just energy engineers, but a couple of other engineering majors went along with us. And for me, that was the highlight of my college time. I mean, we learned a lot about like geothermal systems and how they converted to a country of basically like ran just by geothermal. But it wasn't just learning about that, it was also learning about their culture as well, and the past and the history and where they plan to go in their future. And all those things combined, I think, really kind of defines my experience here in Indiana Tech.
You can be the smartest engineer in the world, but if you cannot talk to or work with other engineers and non-engineers, it's very hard to get anything done. I try to teach my students that while you may not like writing, it's going to be a part of the job. You have to communicate. If you're doing experiments or testing hardware in the lab, you need to write it up so that other people know what you did, and the customer may want to know what are the results of that test.
Something I would remember most about the faculty would be just the one-on-one aspect of it and how open they are to hearing your problems and concerns and willing to assist you. Indiana Tech, with the class sizes being so small, you really get that one-on-one talking, everyday type relationship with your advisors and your professors. And having that is key to success, I feel, because being able to communicate with them and actually get your problems and questions across is going to help clarify things for you while you're in classes in school, which is going to set you up for success.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
Want to know what it means to be a warrior? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and walk a mile in a warrior's shoes. You want to know what's possible at Indiana Tech? Yeah, pretty much everything.
And won that early. Here we are back with Indiana Tech Athletics. Back at Warrior Field, and what a movie this game has been. Top 10 matchup, and it has lived up to the hype. Warriors up 7-5 off the buzzer beater at the end of the game from Hamlin. Well, the end of the second half. This game has had everything as we get underway here. Leading scorer of Missouri Baptist, winning the faceoff, driving down the field. For those of you tuning in at the start of the second half, and it looks like there's going to be a penalty on Missouri Baptist. The Warriors are going to get the ball here. For those of you tuning in late, the Warriors started off hot with the 1-0 opening. It was immediately answered by the Spartans. And then from there, the Warriors just got ice cold. Even the times they were able to get something going on offense, there were some turnovers and some really, really bad luck. This game could very easily be 8-5 bad luck. And the Warriors immediately score. Rivera runs all the way down and gets the shot. The Warriors are on fire, and it has continued in the second half. Sorry about that. Let me fix the scoreboard. And within the first minute of the third quarter, the Warriors take a 3-point lead, and they have all the momentum right now. And as I was saying, the Warriors were ice cold in the first quarter, and then with 2 minutes to go, they found a spark and scored 2 straight to bring it to a 1-point game going into the second. And since then, they've been on a run. Missouri Baptist only was able to score once in the second. The Warriors were able to more than double their score, adding 4 on to their 3 at the end of the first, taking a 7-5 lead, and now an 8-5 lead as the Warriors have already opened up scoring in the third, looking very much like how they started in the first. A whistle and some movement. Clock is stopped at 14:20, not even a minute into the quarter. There's a little bit of assembly going on here. Farrell in the center with the ball. She takes a step, hesitates, goes to the side, has a pass and a score! Another score for the Warriors. They are unstoppable. It looked like that was Kylie King in the number 5 jersey, the junior. We'll wait for confirmation on that on first glance. And it is confirmed to be Kylie King. And that's her first goal of the afternoon. So the Warriors are getting scoring from all around. Let's take a look at the scoring numbers right now. Farrell and Rivera are both tied at 2, leading the Warriors scoring. King now on the board. Creech has 1 as well. And that only accounts for 6 of their total. Shots on goal, however, actually led by Jada Pope, who does have 1 herself. She has 4. Let's take a look at the team stats as they get the face-off underway. Missouri Baptist does win it, but a whistle is blown quickly. So far, the shots are actually pretty close. Indiana Tech up 17-13 in the shot total. But so far, far more efficient. 9 of 17 compared to 5 of 13. A much nicer ratio for the Warriors. What has been a major difference, the Warriors have had 6 free position shots, and the Spartans have had none so far. The Warriors actually winning the turnover battle as opposed to their last game, which is good news for them. One of the big pieces of that loss to Cumberland's was the turnover factor. They were pretty even in totals, but in caused turnovers, you could see that the defense was getting to the Warriors significantly more. With Cumberland's causing 16 turnovers, the Warriors only causing 6. And the Warriors cause another one. An errant pass. It looks like the Spartans are going to keep it, though. A whistle blown. They're going to get a free position. As Delaney Pechnik is going to take it from the center. She's going to sling it, and it's blocked by Hoff. The Warriors get it at center field. Little trouble picking it up there from Lauren Hamlin, who had that amazing buzzer beater at the end of the second. And now Rivera's driving down the field. She's got speed. She doesn't have an angle. She's got to pass it back. And that's going to go into the mitt of Bookman, the Missouri Baptist goaltender. They tried to blitz the Spartan ball carrier. Were not successful in doing so, and now Pechnik with it past midfield. So the Spartans with an opportunity to drive here, but the Warriors do have an opened 4-point lead. A little bit of trouble with the ball there. Missouri Baptist is going to be able to get it back. But that's another cause stumble there. As you can tell, this Warrior defense is actually starting to get to the Spartans. They're having trouble getting what they want. And there's another stick, and that's a turnover. The Warriors are going to get that one. It looks like they fumbled with getting the pass away. Whistle blown. The Warriors get to throw it down the field. The Missouri Baptist sideline wants a false start. Looked like the play was blown dead, and the Warriors played it before the whistle was blown. They're not going to be penalized for that. There are a couple seconds left off of the shot clock now, though. Oh, they do rearrange it. 11:22 in the third. Full shot clock. The Warriors get to drive down the field. Creech with it. At midfield. Now to Pope, and Pope drops it, and it's picked up immediately by Ward of the Spartans. They don't quite have numbers going the other way, so they're going to have to do some waiting. Ward takes it out to almost the sideline. Wait for them to get numbers back up. And that is a costly mistake for the Warriors, who had just forced a crucial turnover on Missouri Baptist. Now one of their own going the other way. And they get the stick. She was able to bat the stick down, loosen the ball, and that's another turnover against Missouri Baptist. So the Warriors now in full control. They had a costly mistake, but they were able to redeem themselves from that one. Now in the stick of Brooke Mall, who passes it to Pope as the Warriors are looking for their angle of attack here. Pope hesitating, flings it inside to Rivera. Rivera has an angle, takes a shot, and a goal! Number 10, Liliana Rivera with another hat trick. As Tech is the first to double digits and takes a 5-point lead. The freshman from Munster leading the Warriors in scoring, as they now have double the Spartan score and have been unanswered in the third. What was a difficult start for the Warriors has turned into offensive domination. Now, they are not by any means safe yet. The Spartans themselves had a 3-point lead for a good portion of the first. The Warriors with a 5-point lead now, however. We will see if the Spartans have an answer. But so far, the home team making the home crowd pretty pleased. Hesitation, looking for an angle. Looked like she was looking for a pass. Another fumble. Missouri Baptist is able to pick it back up. They've really been having some trouble holding on to the ball for the past 2 quarters. We've got a flag raised. Penalty called. Looks like that's going to give Missouri Baptist a free play. This might be their first of the game. And she gets the shot. So Pechnik, who already had a hat trick, increases to 4 as the Spartans get their first goal of the third to stem the flow. And it's 10-6 with 8:56 left in the third. If there's one thing the Spartans can certainly count on, it is the performance of their player of the week, Delaney Pechnik, the junior from Groveland. Who has been paramount to their still being in this game. 6-10 the current score, and she has 4 of their goals. Tip off in the center. Looks like it will be won by Tech. And a rough hit there. It looks like that foul will be on Pechnik, so she's going to be out for a minute. It's just a green card, so only a 1-minute foul. Creech with the ball. So she's going to get a free start here. Ball and stick for Creech. But you can see Pechnik laid a pretty hard stick on her. Now Rivera trying to pick up a ground ball. Flings it over. Inside to Pope. She can't quite find the angle. Foul called. Looks like we're going to have a free play for Tech. And that is confirmed. Jada Pope taking the free play. Just from outside the goal, she flings it down, and it's a score! Jada Pope, the senior. And Tech is back up to a 5-point lead. That's her second goal of the afternoon. As Jada Pope was able to get the inside look she wanted and score there. And those free play goals have been a huge difference for the Warriors. They have been able to draw fouls on the offensive end. And if the Spartans want to try and stymie this 5-point lead the Warriors have, they're going to have to play a bit cleaner on defense. Pechnik back in the game. Leading scorer driving it down. The Warriors are getting aggressive on the defensive end. And that will be a green card. It looked like Rivera crossed where she wasn't supposed to. Or it's actually going to go on Creech. My apologies for that. Creech out of the game with 8:05 left to go in the third. So a 1-minute foul on Creech. Missouri Baptist is actually going to call a timeout after that. And we're going to take a quick break for the timeout. We'll be back after the timeout. You're listening to Summit City Sports with Indiana Tech Athletics. Back in a minute.
From the first day, I felt very welcome at Indiana Tech.
I just really enjoy the classes and the vibe I get from all the other athletes and just the students here. Everybody's cool and everybody gets along really well.
I'm currently a senior, and since my freshman year, student life activities have really grown throughout campus, and there's so many ways that you can meet new people. You can go bowling, you can watch movies, and it's just really important to get involved on campus.
We have intramurals, anything from billiards to basketball. It's made student life very enjoyable.
I love Fort Wayne because there's always something going on, like festivals. I walk a bunch of the trails here locally. There's great restaurants. There's always something fun to do. You can never be bored here in Fort Wayne.
The school spirit at Indiana Tech is epic. It's everything. We had our first annual hockey game not too long ago. Everybody showed up, face paint, cowbells, Trojan hats, lawn gnomes. It was amazing. It makes it so worthwhile to be a Warrior. Go Warriors.
And we're back, still in the timeout here, as Tech currently maintaining a 5-point lead on Missouri Baptist. The whistle is blown, so that'll end the timeout. Sticks are raised as they break the huddle. We will keep it here. Thought about giving them an extra minute, but we are back as the teams re-enter the field. And it's really been a story of two games for the Warriors. The first game being the first 13 minutes of the first quarter, where they opened strong but got really cold on the offensive end for most of the game. Gave the Spartans a 3-point lead. But since those last 2 minutes of the first quarter, the Warriors have been firing on all cylinders. 11-6 now. The Spartans were able to get one recently in the third. But the Warriors coming off of an answer from Jada Pope. Now the Spartans with it on the offensive end. Creech currently still out of the game due to the green card. She'll be back in shortly. It's only a 1-minute penalty. Shot clock at 70. Missouri Baptist has time. Tries to go under, can't get it around Hoff. Hoff almost making a little taunting motion. Giving her the old, that's how we do it around here. Missouri Baptist maintains possession. Shot clock at 59 right now, just under a minute. 1 whole second entirely. Starting from the outside white post of the soccer box. Inside to Petchnik. Loops it inside. Still angling around. They find a pass. Makes a move. Cuts to the center. It is scored. That'll be the Spartans' second goal of the quarter. Making it 7-11. So the score at 7-11 with a gas station lawsuit impending. I'm so funny, everybody. Yeah, I know. 7:07 left to go. Lots of sevens everywhere around. As the face-off back. It's Farrell and Petchnik back in the center. Just like it's been. And Petchnik's going to win this one. Missouri Baptist with another offensive drive, trying to claw back into the game. As I remember to fix the scoreboard. That goal was scored by Marissa Oldham. And that'll be her first of the game. Missouri Baptist continuing to control it. 64 on the shot clock. With about 6:30 left in the third. Ward coming to center. Almost looked like she wanted a shot, but ended up taking the pass back out. Spartans trying to find the drive to the net. They find one. Trying to find an angle. Can't get it. It's blown dead. There's a foul called. We're going to get a free play for the Spartans. To be taken by Marissa Oldham. Scored the previous goal and we'll have another shot here. And her stick is choked up a little bit and the Warriors get it back. It's intercepted by Ward off the pass, though. So Missouri Baptist once again in control. And the Warriors haven't controlled the ball for almost the entire last 3 minutes. They need to force a turnover here. Still up by 4. And they get the grace of the Lord. As a shot goes off the crossbar, whistle blown, a yellow card's administered, and that will be against Missouri Baptist, and that's on Petchnik. That'll take her out of the game for 2 minutes. So with 5:14, there's a 2-minute foul on the leading scorer of the Spartans. Lauren Hainlin, realizing I mispronounced her name earlier, they're able to get it downfield to Gabby Hitchcock. Looks for a pass, tries to get it to Jada Hope, loses it. Rivera fighting for it, still going. And it's still going. Rivera's got it, and she's got the advantage. She's going to try to take a shot at the net, and she scores! Rivera at 4. Almost gave them 2 goals for that. Liliana Rivera is putting on a performance tonight for the Warriors. As that is her 4th of the game. Already surpassing her performance from her previous game, doing a little dance at center field in celebration. In their loss to Cumberland, she was their leading scorer with 3. And once again, the Warriors' leading scorer with 4 today. The Warriors having already doubled their score from the Cumberland's game. The offense firing on all cylinders right now. And now Rivera matching Pechnik's goal total as well. So a tie for leading goal scorer of the game, too. As Creech on defense stumbles a little bit. Ward with the ball. Missouri Baptist has control. 4:30 left to go in the quarter. As we're slowly getting ready to enter the final 15. And a whistle and some auto gas. It looked like Ward tripped up there for a second. We've got a Warrior coming off the field. That might just be a substitution. But the play is dead right now. 4:22 left in the third. Shot clock still at 90. This might be a free play. We'll see what they call. It is Missouri Baptist possession still. Now looking for the answer. So far the Warriors have been able to answer every time called upon. Missouri Baptist has lowered their lead twice now. But the Warriors answer every time. And Missouri Baptist gets another one. We'll see who the score was. That was by Alexis Taylor with an assist from Sophia Rose. And that'll bring it back within 4 once again. So far, twice, the Spartans have lowered the Warrior lead to 4, and the Warriors have answered every time. Can they make it 3? It is currently 12-8. And they have gone back and forth for about the last 4 to 5 minutes. Face off at the center. It will be won by Missouri Baptist. So they're going to get another chance. Jada Pope trying to get a stick on it. Creech helping as well. So far, they've crossed midfield. Trying to stop the runner. They are not successful. And a whistle blown. And that goes the other way. That was a penalty on Missouri Baptist, a turnover for them, and now the Warriors inbounding the other direction. Inside to Farrell. The Warriors in position. Farrell making some motions. She wants the look she wants. Rivera, the leading goal scorer, with it. Has to fling it away. And Mall gets the putback. Brooke Mall, the senior in the number 25 jersey, with the goal. And the Warriors make it 3 times. Missouri Baptist trying to claw back into the game with goals on multiple possessions, but every time they have scored, the Warriors have answered and put it back to a 5-point lead. It's 13-8 here in the third. The 5'11 sophomore from Munster gets a shot to go there. Rivera misses the inbound. Well, the pickup on the faceoff. So Missouri Baptist with control. Ward driving. The Warriors playing tight coverage there. A little stumble. The Warriors have a chance to get it. It's flung up. Who's going to get it? Farrell can't quite claw it. It's finally, oh no, it's not picked up. Missouri Baptist finally gets control of it. Fumbling by all sides. No one could quite get a stick on it there. Petchnik ultimately is the victor, who's back from the 2-minute yellow card. And with 2 1/4 left on the clock, well, I guess we'll just call it 2:25. And that is picked off by the goalie. Shot on goal for Missouri Baptist, but it goes right into the stick of Mall. And a Warrior tripped up. She's grasped her hamstring for a second, but it looks like she's okay. Still grabbing at it a little bit. But it looks like Hitchcock is okay. But that's another foul on the Spartans. And they have had trouble with penalties in this game. 2:07 left to go, less than that now. Ground ball as Emma Kinder dropped it there for a second. Now Rivera with it, driving down the length of the field. Rivera on the outside. Tries to fling a pass to Pope, and it's picked off. It fell out of the net of Pope's stick and right into the stick of Emily Gowert, who's ran all the way down the field. Now in the possession of Rose. Setting up the offense, waiting for more Spartans. Everyone's accounted for downfield now, so Spartans with a chance to answer. Still a 5-point lead for the Warriors. So far, third quarter, it started with a hot streak by the Warriors that was continued from their breakout from the end of the first. And so far, back-to-back answers between the Warriors and Spartans. In the past few minutes, 3 goals from each side. 40 seconds left in the quarter. Spartans get a turnover, so they're going to get one last opportunity to make an answer before the final 15. Petchnik with it, leading goal scorer for Missouri Baptist, player of the week with 4 goals. She can't get her out. A green card called. It's going to be on. It looks like it's going to be on the Warrior Sincere McCrae, sophomore from Evansville. That'll take her out for the last 20 seconds and for about 40 seconds of the fourth. So Petchnik working with it. Can't quite get anywhere. The Warriors have tight coverage, a stick on it. They get her to drop it. And Petchnik has not been able to get everywhere. She's running out of time, driving to the net. And she's just going to carry it out and let the time expire. Seemingly giving up on that drive. The Warriors' coverage on her was just too tight. So 13-8 is the score going into the fourth. As the Warriors maintain their 5-point lead that they've built over the course of this quarter and have worked hard after answering every goal Missouri Baptist has put on to answer. We'll be back after a short 2-minute break for the start of the final quarter.
Want to know what it means to be a warrior? Yeah, pretty much everything. Visit Indiana Tech and walk a mile in a warrior's shoes.
Good luck, Tammy.
See you, David.
Things happen. How do you make the unexpected happen? Take the next step with an online degree from Indiana Tech. Start with a visit to one of our 2 new Chicago area enrollment centers in Naperville or Wilmette. You'll discover a wide range of affordable undergraduate and graduate degrees with flexible class schedules designed to fit your lifestyle and help you earn a degree sooner than you'd expect. Embrace the unexpected at Indiana Tech.
You want to know what's possible at Indiana Tech? Visit Indiana Tech and see what it's like to be a warrior.
Final quarter of the Warriors' second game of the season with 2 seconds, 1 second left on the quarter clock, and it expires, so we will be starting the fourth. Still showing the end of the third. No longer. We are in the final quarter of the game. And this top 10 matchup has lived up to the hype. The Warriors with a 5-point lead going in the fourth, but it has not been safe. They have had to claw to answer every time the Spartans have answered. They were able to get 3 in that last quarter after the Warriors were able to get multiple unanswered points to create that 5-point lead. And now a card on Lay, the freshman in the white helmet. So she'll come out of the game with 14:55 left. Only 5 seconds into the final quarter, and we've already got drama unfolding. Now Pechnik with it, leading goal scorer of the Spartans. She's had 4 of their 8 goals. But of the 3 and she's tripped up at the net. They're motioning for a penalty, no card listed. So it'll probably be a free play for Missouri. This might go the other way. No, this will be a free play for Missouri Baptist. Looks like it'll be on the stick of Oldham. She steps back, goes to Pechnik, and that's a foul. That'll reset it. As Sincere comes back on the field, and just a straight shot from Pechnik, and she nails it. So the start of the fourth quarter, already intense, less than a minute in, and Missouri Baptist makes another answer at the Warriors' lead. Story of the third quarter, the Warriors opened up that 5-point lead, and then it was back-to-back scoring for the Spartans and Warriors. The Spartans would lower it to 4, and the Warriors would answer it back. And starting the fourth, the Spartans once again with a 1-score answer. Once again, a 4-point lead for the Warriors, 13-9. How will the Warriors respond? Farrell at center field for the faceoff. It's in the air. It's won by Baptist. So the Spartans driving with it. Pechnik snagged that out of the air with her stick. Now waiting as the offense sets up. 13:50 left in the game. And the intensity is on. The Warriors are on defense. Pechnik, with 5 goals in the game, was able to get that last one. In the first free play, they tried to get a pass around, but they got it reset. And then Pechnik just threw it straight from the start and nailed the goal. Now resetting. Pechnik has an angle. She was going to try a shot there. It's blocked. Warriors almost looks like they're going to pick it up. Pechnik gets it back. So Missouri Baptist is going to reset. They've only got 50 left on the shot clock. 12:40 left in the game. And it's game time, not quarter time now. Pechnik has an angle, and it's intercepted by the goalie. What a stop by Hoff. Kat Hoff, who gets a crucial save as the Warriors bring it the other way. Farrell flings it over. The Warriors driving down the field now. She's going to take it herself, and it is going to be saved by Bookman, the goalie of Missouri Baptist, and now that's going the other way. It looks like they're almost a turnover. Lay had possession of it when a foul was called. We'll have to see which side that ends up being on. Currently still 13-9. It is listed as a turnover, so it is Warrior ball. So the Warriors with a crucial mistake from Missouri Baptist now looking to capitalize. Lay's trying to make a move at the net. She does. She can't get it to go. It's picked up by goalkeeper Bookman. Flings it over. A little bit of trouble with it. Pope trying to stop. Now they're moving it down the field. Fumbled by the ball carrier. She's able to pick it back up, though. The Warriors not able to jump it in time. About 11 minutes left to go in the final quarter. Missouri Baptist with it on the offensive end. They were able to finally get a stop, trying to see if they can further dent that Warrior lead. Makes a move at the goal. It's intercepted. The Warriors have it going the other way, and she's got room to run. A stop there to answer. Brooke Mall with it, who had the last goal for the Warriors. Inside to Pope. Pope flings it inside, and it's a goal. The Warriors keep the streak alive. A 5-point lead once again. And now Pope has a hat trick on the day. So far, the scoring standings. Pechnik right now still leading the game with 5. Rivera of the Warriors has 4. Oldham, the only other Spartan with more than 1, has 2 at the moment. Pope has entered the hat trick ring with 3, and Farrell also has 2 of her own. 14-9 lead at the moment as play has resumed. Waiting the face-off results. It's up in the air. It's fumbled around. Still fighting for it. It's won by Pechnik. The Warriors have 4. She's able to get around 4 people and still driving down the field. The Warriors finally get her to fumble. And Pechnik had no help there. Now in the stick of Pope, and they have a numbers advantage. She's being driven back, though. Some tight defense played. A little too tight. As that'll be a green card on the defender of the Spartans there. You can play tight defense, but you got to give her a little room, and Kamina Royal will be coming out of the game for a minute after that. Less than 10 minutes to go in the game here as the clock is really winding down, but the Warriors have taken back their 5-point lead, and they've continued this trend. The Spartans make it One goal less, and the Warriors put it back. One more up. Loses the ball. Baptist pounces on it. Pechnik with it again. She has been all over the game. And despite the 5-goal deficit, Pechnik has certainly made her presence known. A leading goal scorer, and has been paramount to almost every play of the Spartans. A little bit of fumbling in the back. Missouri Baptist is able to hold on to it. Pass inside. They have it flung, and it's another goal. Spartans hit double digits. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got a game here with about 9 minutes left to go. It looks like the officials are having a talk with the teams. Score still stands, though. We'll see if that changes at all. Are they maybe thinking about taking this one back? Nope, they are setting up the face-off. Good goal. It has not changed on the stats yet, though. They do have it on the board. It's another goal for Skylar Morrison. That'll put her in double digits. Or not double digits. That'll put her at more than one. 9:06 left to go in the final quarter. 14-10. Once again, a 4-point lead, and once again, Pechnik wins the faceoff. And she has been really hard to beat on the faceoff so far in this final quarter. Something that Farrell had been doing a pretty good job of for most of the game. But so far, Pechnik has had all of the last few faceoff wins. Most of Warriors' recent drives have been off of turnovers, which despite the Spartans getting back in the scoring, they have still struggled with the turnovers, but Ward gets a goal there. And for the first time, the streak has been broken, and now the score is only a 3-point lead for the Warriors. Ward is able to get it to go there for the Spartans. And it looks like a timeout's going to be called by the Warriors. And they do confirm it's a timeout for Indiana Tech as they finally break the pattern. The Warriors are going to need to come back with a little bit more pressure. We'll be back in just a minute. You're listening to Indiana Tech Athletics.
From the first day, I felt very welcome at Indiana Tech.
I just really enjoy the classes and the vibe I get from all the other athletes and just the students here. Everybody's cool and everybody gets along really well.
I'm currently a senior, and since my freshman year, student life activities have really grown throughout campus, and there's so many ways that you can meet new people. You can go bowling, you can watch movies, and it's just really important to get involved on campus.
We have intramurals, anything from billiards to basketball. It's made student life very enjoyable.
I love Fort Wayne because there's always something going on, like festivals. I walk a bunch of the trails here locally. There's great restaurants. There's always something fun to do. You can never be bored here in Fort Wayne.
The school spirit at Indiana Tech is epic. It's everything. We had our first annual hockey game not too long ago. Everybody showed up, face paint, cowbells, Trojan hats, lawn gnomes. It was amazing. It makes it so worthwhile to be a Warrior. Go Warriors.
Given the television opportunities, And we're back here at Warrior Athletic Field. 8:24 left to go. And the Spartans have quieted the crowd a little bit as they finally put the dent on the Warrior lead that they were trying to. Every single Spartan goal for the past 10 minutes has been answered with a Warrior one. But that cycle has been broken. The Spartans have made it a 3-point game off the goal from Ward, her first of the afternoon. Now standing at 14-11 as the wind picks back up slightly. It's a little bit colder now. I mean, I'm shivering. It's not that cold. I'm shivering. The Warriors win the face-off. A much-needed break for them as they've been struggling on the face-off. Rivera with it, trying to get around a defender. Working towards the net. The Warriors trying to put up some offensive pressure, and so far, winning the face-off, a good start. Back to Rivera. Leading goal scorer for the Warriors. She's got 4 this afternoon. She flips it over to Creech, who does have one of her own. Pope with 3 now has it. The Warriors have had a pretty good spread of scoring among their players. Now trying to get something, trying to get an answer. They take a shot, and it's a goal! A goal for Farrell. And the Warriors get the answer they're looking for. And it's back up to 4. That's a goal for Madison Farrell. Michelle Farrell, who now has entered the hat trick gang with 3 of her own. So far, those in that club, 3 Warriors and 1 Spartan. Delaney Pechnick has 5, Rivera has 4, Farrell has 3, and Pope has 3 of her own. 15-11 is the current score. Warriors with a 4-point lead with 7:42 to go. Does it feel like a top 10 matchup to you? Because it certainly does here. 4-point lead, but those can be erased pretty quickly. So the Warriors, they do win the faceoff again, trying to pick that offensive pressure back up. And that's what you want to see from your team coming out of the timeout. They were struggling. They had lost some of the momentum. The Spartans were able to finally get something going that they hadn't been able to get go. And that's the exact answer you want to see out of your team. The Warriors able to put the pressure back up. And now Rivera making a drive. She wants another one. And she slams it home. Rivera with a 5th. The lead's back up to 5 for the Warriors. And just what a play there from Rivera. She had an opening. She made a good move, took a shot, and she got it. It was a good shot. She went for the low ball. Able to get it around Bookman and get her 5th of the afternoon with exactly 7 minutes left on the clock in the game as well. A whistle on the face-off. It's going to go to Baptist. So the Spartans will get possession. The Spartans having offensive possession, trying to answer a 2-0 Warrior run. And this is almost a nightmare scenario for the Spartans, who had the momentum and were starting to flip it back. And then immediately, right after that timeout, the Warriors get 2 straight. And now it's back up to 5. For the Warriors, it is everything you wanted. You were losing the momentum, you took the timeout, and you got everything back. Home team on defense right now. Less than 6 minutes to go. And the shot clock's starting to get a little low for the Spartans here. They're taking a little too long to take their shot. 30 seconds left. They only have a third of the clock left. Getting a little careful. And she misses the pass, and that's going to be a turnover. Reset that shot clock. It's going the other way. Creech picks it up. And Creech runs down the field in full stride now. And she can keep going. She's got one on the day. She gets knocked over. And that'll be a foul. They've already carded Haley Schnefke of Missouri Baptist. It's a green card, so she'll only be out for a minute. Play about to resume. Warriors on offense. A little flip over to Pope. And here we go again. About to hit the 5-minute mark. Only a third of the final quarter remaining. Now I know leads can disappear quickly, but it's starting to get a little daunting for the Spartans. They weren't able to get the closure they wanted. Warriors were able to put it back up 2. And now with a 5-point lead with less than 5 minutes to go, this is going to be a tall task for the Spartans, who are on defense right now. Ball in the stick of Rivera, flips it over to Farrell. Almost, King almost got her second of the afternoon there. Tried to immediately flip it in, and it just did not go in. Foul called. They'll stop it at 4:21. Looks like the officials are going to have a chat real quick. So we'll await what the call is. She's going to go have a talk with the scoring table. As it currently stands, it's 4:21 with 84 seconds on the shot clock. Indiana Tech was in possession of the ball. Still awaiting the decision. They've reset the shot clock to 37. It looked like maybe they wanted the shot clock reset, so that is where they go with it. The clock is ticking, 30 seconds. Rivera, it looked like she was trying to take a shot, and Pope was trying to be there for the alley-oop, but it is missed. And Missouri Baptist picks it up. It's going the other way. A penalty, though, called. A quick substitution for Missouri Baptist. It's going to go back to Indiana Tech, and they're going to get a free play from the line. It looks like it's in the stick of Rivera. Not someone you want with a stick, and she makes them pay. Rivera is now your leading scorer of the game as Tech opens up a 6-point lead. Off the free position, Rivera scores again. And the Spartans have just had no answer for Liliana Rivera. The freshman, she was able to get half of their total in their loss to the Cumberlands. And she has been unstoppable here against the Spartans as the Warriors have a 6-point lead with 3.5 minutes to go. And a stumble there. Missouri Baptist going the other way. Creech is okay. She got right back up. She's fine. Missouri Baptist setting up. They're going to need to go quickly if they have want any hope of getting back in this game. A 6-point lead with a little over 3 minutes left to go. Petchnik with it. She wants her lead back. It's blocked, and it's going the other way. That's a crucial stop for the Warriors. the Spartans cannot use that full shot clock. They have to go quickly, and they just weren't able to quite get the shot they wanted. It was blocked, and it's going the other way for the Warriors. They're already down the field. King with it right now. She had Creech open, but she flings it over to Pope, who did get it. Now back over to Farrell. Farrell flings it downward. Tech trying to buy time. They're trying to use as much of the shot clock as possible, which is exactly what you want to do. King tries to take a shot. It's blocked in the stick of Schnefke. No, that's Emily Goert. Emily Goert takes it down the length of the field. A little over 2 minutes left to go. 2:05, 2:04. As Missouri Baptist with an offensive possession, they're going to have to go quickly if they want to get back in this game. It's a 6-point lead, and it's starting to be a little insurmountable of a task with under 2 minutes to go. Petchnik with it. She passes it off. Still in possession of Missouri Baptist. Looks like a foul is called. There's going to be a free position attempt here for the Spartans. It slid in, and it's a goal for the Spartans. It looked like that was by Skylar Morrissey. We'll wait for confirmation there, but they make it a 5-point game. Once again, it is by Skylar Morrissey off the free position. So it's back to a 5-point game, but there's only 1:16 left to go. So it will be a tall task here for the Spartans to mount a comeback with a 5-score deficit, 1:16 left to go. The Warriors, the home Warriors, in the lead in this ranked matchup. Warrior fans quite pleased. Petchnik wins the face-off there and darts down the field. She knows they don't have time. They got that goal. Finally answering that 2-0 run from the Warriors. There's 1 minute left to go. And they are waiting. They are not. They give it over to Ward. Spartans are trying to put some points on the board, but they simply do not have quite enough time to get this back, and it's blocked by Ward. And that'll pretty much end things. Less than the shot clock remaining here at Warrior Athletic Field. The home Warriors. Your home Warriors can't quite get the catch there. Warriors are falling over. Not sure what happened there. Missouri Baptist is going to get one last shot, and it's blocked by Ward again. So with the ball and stick, 10 seconds left to go. Ball in the stick of the Warriors, and all she has to do is run around, and that'll end things. 2-1 game. And your 8-seeded Warriors knock off the 7-seed Spartans, 17-12. Here on their home field with the home crowd behind them. They are able to get a crucial ranked win after their fall to Cumberland's last week. And the Warriors really with stellar performances all around. Some crucial stops from Ward. They had some struggles early in the first after that first goal. But since then, they have just been on offensive firepower. And that firepower is certainly led by Liliana Rivera, who had 6 goals and was the leading scorer of the game, even outscoring Delaney Petchnik at the end. Michelle Farrell and Pope also with 3 apiece. All the Missouri Baptist and Marissi also with 3 and Oldham with 2. Fantastic play from both teams all around. This top 10 matchup certainly delivered. with the Warriors coming out on top 17-12 as the ladies shake hands. That'll be all from us today here at Warrior Athletic Field. Thank you for tuning in with us, and we'll see you next time.
Want to know the difference between dreaming and doing?